Hi, I'm Adam Dietrich, or Grizzly Adam as I am known on FirewoodHoardersClub.com. What you are watching is the first episode of a 12-part series designed to educate woodcutters and give them a general idea of when certain tasks are done and why. Along the way, I'll also give some warnings designed to protect and to keep us all cutting for years to come. But first, let's take a look at how a chimney inspection is done. Creosote, the woodburner's natural enemy. Creosote is, simply put, a buildup of unburned fuel that collects on the inside of your chimney. If the layer becomes thick enough, it may ignite and cause a chimney fire. To prevent this occurrence, it is important that woodburners do a regular chimney inspection during the burning season. The rate that creosote builds up is affected by many variables, including wood stove, chimney draft, the types of wood you are burning, and the moisture content of that wood. For this reason, it is vital that those new to wood burning, or those with a significant change in equipment or wood fuel used, inspect their chimney regularly, maybe even monthly. Before you begin, be sure that you have enough time available to fully clean your chimney should the inspection deem it necessary. It is best to clean your chimney on a still day, as downdrafts can make the task more difficult and a much bigger mess. If the chimney can be easily inspected from within the wood stove, it may prove to be the easiest way. If the stove does not easily allow for an inspection, or in our case, you are expecting that you will need to clean the chimney, it would be better to disassemble the stovepipe to give yourself free access. When inspecting the chimney, it is important to gauge the creosote buildup. An easy way to do this is by scratching the inside of the stovepipe with a screwdriver to reveal the inner wall of the pipe. If the buildup is very thin, a cleaning is unnecessary. If there is over 1/8 of an inch of creosote, a cleaning is in order. If you have disassembled the stovepipe, take this opportunity to inspect every part of the chimney possible, including the stovepipe, damper, any adapters, and the chimney itself. Also be sure to check all components for integrity, as they will decay in time. Pay special attention to the stovepipe and the chimney cap. If your chimney passes inspection, reassemble it with great care to line up any screw holes, thus avoiding weakening the integrity of the chimney. If the chimney failed inspection, it must be cleaned. And in February, we will show you how to clean that chimney. Next up, a warning of hazard and not getting caught out in the cold. While January's frozen landscape gives you the opportunity to get some work done without worrying about tearing up the yard with heavy equipment or the impact of a fallen tree, it is also time to practice extreme caution. With January comes the full onslaught of extreme temperature lows, frigid winds, and unpredictable life-threatening weather, otherwise known as winter. Before heading to the woods, tree dump, or any other job, be sure to take the following precautions. Know what the weather is expected to be. Heed any caution or warnings from the National Weather Service or other forms of media. Avoid unsafe areas. Stay off of ice and snow-covered roads. Avoid steep hills and difficult terrain. Be aware of the possibility for an avalanche. Be prepared for the worst. Make sure you have your winter weather clothing. Bring along food and water in case you become stranded. Make sure that you have some form of communication such as a cell phone or emergency radio. Tell someone where you are going and when you will return. Notify them of any changes to your plan. If people don't know that you're missing, no one will come looking for you. Bring a friend. No matter what time of year, this is always a good idea. But during the winter, it is doubly important to not cut alone. All the hazards of cutting are still present in the winter, plus the added dangers of hypothermia, frostbite, and even freezing to death. If you follow these simple precautions, you will not only decrease your chances of becoming just another weather-related statistic, you might just be around to cut another year. Now that we have all the hard work done, I will leave you with something more pleasant. With all the hustle and bustle of the holidays, it is easy to overdo oneself. Our last segment is all about taking it easy. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in February. Now that the holidays have come and gone, it is time for us wood hoarders to take a holiday of our own. It is a well-known fact that persons suffering from any one of the many firewood hoarding disorders have great difficulty relaxing, as they are so concerned about getting their next score. But no more. We are now in the dead of winter, and what do you really think you are going to accomplish out there in the cold? So here's the plan. You can keep going on Craigslist and searching for that golden opportunity, But you don't really need to split that locust as soon as you bring it home. Put it in your yard, leave it until spring. It's not going anywhere. Well, not unless you live next to Scotty Overkill. You will still get your kicks. Firewood will need hauled in, the ash pail out. The stove will be hot enough to cook on, and certainly hot enough for coffee. And if you are especially lucky, you may find that you left a piece too big to fit inside your stove. You can then get all bundled up and take that piece outside in the snow and split it by hand with your maul, or maybe your fiskars. And if that isn't enough, there's Firewood Hoarders TV and the Layman's Catalog. Maybe you could even get to the bottom of why that one chainsaw was recalled. And of course, there's firewoodhoardersclub.com, where everyone knows you and accepts you anyway. They will listen to you because they're all going through the same thing. But be aware, no matter how heartfelt your words, your thread will eventually be derailed into a conversation about beer.